Well, hello there. Hi, Taurus. Beautiful souls. How are you out there? My name's LJ. You found LJ's Thriving Energy. Thank you so much for finding me and clicking on this video. Hope you guys are having a great time so far today. This video is going to be for January 23rd through the 31st, 2020. Energies, of course, can go, a little bit further before the 23rd or further after the 31st. But this is, basically the general reading for Taurus for that time period. So I wanted to put on here that your card in the tarot deck is the Hierophant or the High Priest. So this is a learning channel, so I just wanted to let you know. I don't know if you knew which card was yours. Like my card as a Capricorn is the Devil. So yours is the Hierophant, or depending on the deck, the High Priest. So that's interesting, isn't it? All right, so before we really get going on your reading, I have shuffled these cards. I did cut them, so they're ready to go. And I'm going to be using the the Universal Weight Tarot deck for clarification. And the main cards are going to come from the Fairy Tarot cards, okay? And then I did pull one from your Sacred Wealth Code. I thought this would be interesting for this time period in your life. So let's see what we got here. I think what I'll do is bring in the protection bell. So if everybody would just close their eyes just for a moment and just relax. Take in a few relaxing deep breaths. And let's let this energy bell clear your energy, okay? Think about opening up your heart space. Allowing that beautiful green energy from the divine, the pure, pure white light energies to come into your heart, into your soul, into your higher self. And now ask for the presence of the divine to guide and protect us all throughout our day, especially when we're doing spiritual work. I ask for a bubble of pure white light energy to surround each of us always. I ask that only love be able to come and go from our energy fields. Archangel Michael, please walk before us and protect us, our families, and our loved ones always. Thank you, Spirit. Put that over here in the corner. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do I think it's called Jungian Archetypes spread. If you look up the Labyrinthos, Labyrinthos, Labyrinthos online, it's a nice site, and they have a lot of really good spreads. They have a lot of really good information about tarot. So this is where I got this spread, and it's going to be 5 cards. Let's look at the organizer first, though. I thought this was rather interesting. So for my Taurus beautiful souls, the card, the Sacred Wealth card that was pulled for you was the organizer, and I thought how fitting that is, right? You guys are always pretty organized, just like Capricorns and Virgos, right? Let me look up where the organizer is in here. And I'm going to read you this book because it's got so much good information in it. All right, that is page 70, if that means anything to you. So yeah, let's take a look at this. The organizer. The mantra is everything has its rightful place. Your soul desire is to be a channel for structuring energy and flow in practical form. Your purpose is to be aligned with divine order and organize people, places, and things to support a higher quality of life. Your shadow can be perfectionism, stubbornness, and skepticism. Do you find yourself with any of those shadow aspects? So the organizer is a practical, patient, reliable, and masterful steward who channels the energy of divine into practical forms. Let me show you what I'm reading, just in case you miss any of it. You can look at it later. All right, so As an organizer, you innately know that putting things in their rightful place simplifies life and creates freedom. You have an eagle's eye for detail and can connect resonant objects, people, and energies in ways that other people simply cannot. Your superpower is sensing when something is missing. When it is, you can instinctually and immediately modify and restructure to promote the harmony and success of the whole. You have high standards and ideals and are familiar with the fine line between great work and professionalism. You expertly balance the process of creating the best solution with an imperative to bring a project to completion. When you hit your mark, you are thrilled to pieces, and when you have to compromise to get the job done, you surrender, make peace, and move on. I like that about you guys. The shadow of the organizer, though, if you find yourself slipping into perfectionism, you are stuck in the trap of getting it right, in the grip of this relentless contraction, which shows up as tightness in your jaw and gut. You can and squeeze the life right out of your project, your team, and yourself. You know that where there's a will, there's a way. However, when your will is not aligned with divine will, you will inevitably run into obstacles. More, you can become superlatively stubborn. When you're in a state of major resistance, you will not allow any new ideas or solutions to reach you. It's your way or the highway. That's crazy, isn't it? Kind of like that for Capricorns too, I think. It's good to look at things from all sides and include possible failure scenarios in your calculations. But if you indulge this too much, you can become a major skeptic. Such a level of doubt will squeeze the life out of all possibilities and render you unable to find the solutions you need. You remain stuck and unproductive until you shift your attitude. So your high-value gifts are: you're dependable, trustworthy, perseverant, humble, high standards, completes projects, simplifies systems, structures, and procedures. You're practical-minded, problem solver, eye for detail, systematic, creates order out of chaos, turns abstract concepts into practical action. So your inspired action plan here is to say this out loud. Let me show you that page too. It's this one here. All right, so say this out loud. I align with divine order and practice detachment so that I can utilize my high-value gifts to design systems and structures that support bringing the energy of flow into practical form for a higher quality of life. Beautiful. All right, so this reading, the overall from that card is you're the organizer, okay? So let's see what's going on here as far as your number one card is going to be about your persona. Now this Jung, I think it's Jungian, or Jungian. It's hard to say. Archetypes spread. Jungian archetypes are certain character or behavior models that we sometimes subconsciously use to shape our own personalities. So that's what this spread is all about. Okay, so your first card is your persona. How am I being perceived? How does what others think of me affect the situation? You got the ego card, my loves. That's very interesting. So your persona, people are seeing you as being sort of ego-based right now. This is for this week, January 23rd through 31st. It doesn't mean you're always like this, right? So the illusion of being trapped. Are you trapped in your ego right now? This is what they're talking about, is you're thinking negative thoughts. You're in lower vibrations. You're placing too much importance on material items. So you're thinking about money, property, all the things that you have in your life. So people are seeing you as being real ego-based. Now, how do what others people think of me affect the situation? So we're going to find out more about this when we pull some more cards, but you're getting caught up too much in fear and worry. So you might ask your angels to help you to get rid of that, to shoot that out into the ethers. Maybe archangels, please help me to remove all my ego-based energies, my fears, my worries, send them out into the ethers, and then take that deep breath in and then blow it out. Blow it out into the ethers, and the angels will take that. They'll have like a little vacuum, and they'll take those nasty thoughts. They'll take them away out into the ethers and get rid of them. And that's exactly what you want, because you do not want to be dealing with your ego, right? All right, so the second card is going to be your shadow card. What are you ashamed of? What do you want to hide? What do you not want to acknowledge? Eight of Springs, that's the Eight of Wands. What's your shadow side? Stress. There's too many things going on. There's too many things happening in your world all at once. So what are you ashamed of? Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So the Eight of Wands is typically in the tarot deck. Eight of Wands coming in, information coming in really fast. So I wonder if this is coming in from your shadow side, from your subconscious, or from those negative energies from your ego. I wonder if information's coming in that's more ego, fear-based, worry-based. You're trying to hide something. You're trying to hide information that might hurt you. What don't you want to acknowledge, and why don't you want to acknowledge the information that's coming in? What's happening in your life that you don't want to acknowledge? And why would you not want to acknowledge that your ego is kind of taken over? Because you're not co-creating with the divine if you're in lower vibrations, okay? So you've got to let go of that ego-based worry, all that crap. So very interesting. Your shadow is information coming in, but the information, maybe it's coming in from people who are very negative as well, who are in the lower vibrations. Now your third card is going to be, what's your divine feminine saying? Five of Winter, which is the Five of Swords. What's your divine feminine saying? So if you were thinking only of your happiness, what would you do? You would walk away from dishonest associations. That's very interesting. Realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. So your feminine side is saying, hey, I don't want to be in these negative low energies. I'm going to walk away from anyone around me that's bringing me down into low vibrations. You're realizing this. I love it. Your feminine side is realizing that the ego and this information coming in is no good, no bueno. Now this is what your divine masculine side is saying, your animus side. They call it animus. Now that's the number 11 card too, strength. I love it, your masculine side. What should you consider? What are your drives or your duties? So your masculine side is saying, well, I need to be strong. I need to show strength. I need to co-create. That number 11 is a very spiritual number. The spirit is helping you to be strong, to push out those negative thoughts, those worries. So that's a beautiful thing. So your feminine and your masculine sides are working together, aren't they? They both want those negative fear-based energies to leave. Your masculine and feminine sides both are in cahoots together. I love it. All trying to get rid of this ego crap, right? It's not doing you any bit of good. And really your masculine side, the drive, what are your drives? What are your duties? It's always been that masculine side is supposed to be the strong one, right? The strong, powerful one. So you have the strength, the grace and the inner strength needed to overcome any challenges. You do, you have it. The power of kindness and forgiveness. So you can get rid of these ego-based people that are around you. You can get rid of these ego-based thoughts in you. Just use your strength. Yeah, these are just challenges. You can overcome all this, right? The power of kindness, forgiveness. You can forgive people who are in low vibrations. You can forgive them and move on. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. And that you are, my beautiful Taurus souls. You are beautiful. Now the fifth card here is yourself. What does my heart of hearts want? What are my true desires? Four of Autumn. Your true desires. Manage your resources wisely. Your true desires, my beautiful Taurus souls, is to achieve some balance in how you spend and save money. Are you helping those who are less fortunate out there? Are you helping those? Are you spending too frivolously? Or are you holding all of your money like a miser? So there is a balance. This Four of Autumn is the Four of Pentacles, and there needs to be a balance achieved in this with money. Maybe there needs to be that higher positive attitude to bring in more money. I know that's true. So maybe think about saying on a regular basis something to the effect of, God's wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. Thank you. God's wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. Thank you. We got to bring more money in, don't we? But I think what's stopping this money is the ego, these messages that are coming in from these people, from you. But yeah, your feminine side and your masculine side are both working together with you right now. They're working with you to help you get rid of these lower vibrations, these lower energies that you've been kind of trapped in. You've been trapped in your ego, people. Got to get out of that ego. Okay? And that is what's going to open up abundance, prosperity. Remember to be grateful. Be grateful for what you have, my friends. Because that is the basis for this whole thing, isn't it? What does your heart of heart want? What are your true desires? Your true desires seem to be to get rid of the ego-based energy, the lower negative energy vibrations. That's beautiful. I love it. I don't even think we need to clarify anything. And we're at, 17 minutes. So beautiful, people. So once you get rid of these lower, crappy, icky vibrations, you got people around you that are negative. Maybe there's arguing, all that kind of stuff going on around you. Let's step away from that energy. So you need to bring your energy up to a higher level because you're co-creating with the divine. But if you're in a low energy vibration way down here, the divine cannot co-create with you. You need to raise your vibration enough so that you'll be able to co-create with the divine. And that's what's going to bring you prosperity and abundance once you get out of those energies. So that is absolutely beautiful. You are the organizer, so you're very capable of doing all of this. Remember, everything has its rightful place. If it's low energies, where's the rightful place? Breathe in, nice deep breath, beautiful pure white light energies, and blow out all those negative low vibrations, the shadow vibrations, icky, yucky vibrations, right? Because you want peace in your life. I love you guys. If you like this video, share it. Send it to friends, family, if you think it might do them some good. If you hit that button that you liked it, that would be great. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your comments on these things too. So you guys have a wonderful week, January 23rd to the 31st. And then I'll see you after that. I'm actually heading to Quartzsite. So I'll be there for a week. And I'm going to be doing some videos from there too. So that'll be kind of fun. So I'll see you in a week. All right. Bye, guys. Take care.